All right, I'll call tonight's Select Board and Water Commissioner meeting in order for May 8th here at Town Office. And we have Mike Johnson here for NRPC and connecting Sheldon, appropriations, local emergency management plan, sign grand list extension request, sign fleet permits, sign warrants, approve meeting minutes, and addendum add mowing bids or look over the mowing bids. And yes,
Pardon?
can I add you to the list?
There with. I'm with them.
You're with them,
I'm with
okay.
them.
You're with them.
We are.
You're
with
together,
them.
okay.
We're all together.
Seth, I'll add you in here.
So you see him look where he's a go-go, no.
You guys have anything else?
Can we talk about the Riley Road just a little bit at the end?
Okay, I'm actually going to give it over to Kyle to give more of a overview of the Connecting Sheldon, what we talked about the last meeting when Greta was here. A little bit more in detail about it.
I'm gonna stay here, don't go up there.
Whatever you like, however you want to roll.
Well, I have a whole pile.
Okay, then come on up.
So I am taking over for Greta on the Connecting Sheldon grant that she's been talking about. The NRPC would like to complete with Mike's help. I wasn't here obviously at the last meeting, so if I'm repeating or if there are gaps, just let me know. So this is a 2023 bike and pedestrian scoping grant that's run through the state of Vermont bike and pedestrian grant period. The grant is building upon the 2020 Connecting Sheldon study to provide safer access between Sheldon Elementary and on Poor Farm Road, and then the Mill Street access to the MVRT. So through this grant, there's kind of it's a window of funds between $40,000 and $60,000. NRPC would like to do the $50,000 study, which there's a 20% town match involved in that. So that would be a $10,000 match from the town of Sheldon. Given the time frame of this, it's not something that's required. The money's not required A, up front, but B, maybe not even in this the fiscal year that we're in now. I'll just kind of briefly go through the timeline of the grant to give you, I don't know if Greta had this at the last meeting, but the applications are due to V-Trans in June, beginning of June, end of June, early July. There's a selection committee that starts to review all of the grants that are submitted. Late August, they'll have information out to the people who have submitted grants. And they're expecting grant agreements to be in place in October. So we wouldn't be, if we are awarded this grant, we're not looking to hire somebody until at least sometime in October, which means that the ball only sort of gets rolling in the winter, and maybe looking at a couple of $1,000s that end up being invoiced during this year, which means most of the balance will likely be due late 24, early 25, once the project is finished. So it's a good opportunity to incorporate that into the next fiscal year for budgeting. So as we go through, the only thing that I need from the town of Sheldon at this point is I have a letter of support that has to be signed if you choose to do so. That we just need to get the grant process rolling.
Now, is any of this work that's in this grant going to be covered, or would it be covered under the safety audit that was done on 105?
So,
Or any of this work, would it be covered that we may not have to do here?
so this is just a scoping study,
Okay.
so it's only going to identify the opportunities of having, kind of creating that safer passage, sidewalk network, crosswalk network, between the school and the MVRT, and then over by the quick stop, likely. So certainly we have every anticipation of giving that road safety audit information to the group that would be doing this work and creating this plan. And that would be taken into consideration, but at this point, we don't know what that would exactly look like. And we do, I have highlighted that so far in, you know, some of the information that came in that audit.
How did we leave it last time? What did we say? Do you remember?
I think we just left it open.
Okay.
I mean, there was some discussion and some concerns around traffic, the mail and so forth, and we need to, you know.
Definitely need to talk with them to make sure that what we do, I mean, obviously, talk roads, but they're the major user of that area getting down there. Making sure we don't bottleneck it too much, or I understand what needs to be done, but also kind of a major contributor to the community, so the balance. So it's nothing, basically it's only probably this year you're talking $2,000, $3,000, and then really nothing, even if we do this study, nothing would really come out of it for another 2 years anyways, if we.
I would say the end of the next fiscal year is really probably, it's not a huge study in that I can't imagine that it's gonna last more than a year. So if we're talking about a wrap up in a year from now, would be later than a year from now, probably 18 months from now, if we're not starting until October.
What's your feelings, what's your?
I think we can get it going.
We all know safety is a priority, so.
Yeah, good.
we will do what we need to do.
So I'll take a motion then.
I make a motion.
Well, make a motion to accept it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll second
All in favor?
Aye.
Signal by aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Here's I have it. Do we need to sign on that, I take it?
So I brought a copy with the chair as the signer on it, so I
Okay.
can send an email to the chair to do that, if that works for you guys.
Or you can leave it and we can have him,
That's fine too.
probably not tomorrow, but probably Wednesday he'll stop in, I would assume, right? Kim? Steve?
I'm not sure.
Maybe, well, I'll touch base.
Okay. All right, so I will leave, there's a couple copies here, so I will
Okay.
leave these. And, you know, certainly through this process, we'll reconvene another meeting later on when we have more folks involved, if we're awarded the study, and then we'll be able to get all of that, the issues kind of out on the table with the area, with, you know, other contributors or neighbors or, you know, other folks that are using it.
And we'll make sure, because we're in the process of a redesign of Port Farm Road, so anything, I mean, we're gonna study there too, you could say, of what that may look like, that may have some sidewalks that come down Port Farm Road that may connect or don't connect, and we'll make sure that the two things talk to each other, so we're not, the sidewalks here and the sidewalks here, and they're not connecting, you know, so we'll make sure that the two areas meet, so.
And that's something that the town is doing? The town is.
Town and the school district is working on
Okay.
that, yeah. Then obviously if we can push any of this possibly onto that safety road audit too, would be, you know, for potential work when after this is done, or as they're doing theirs at the same time, to make sure that's covered, so.
And I guess that's kind of the nice thing also, is that we'll have the opportunity to, you know, the entire scope could be larger, and it gets dialed down to that, you know, one project is doing the sidewalk network, and then, you know, road work or things like that is done separately. So I think that there's a lot of opportunities to check off a lot of boxes here, because there are a lot of boxes.
Okay.
All right.
Anything else you want to update us on?
I have nothing else to update.
Okay. What about your sidekick that just walked in? She got anything she want to talk about?
She's my moral support.
Okay.
I don't think so, unless you all have something for regional planning.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're good? That was easy for you.
Yeah, this was my first one. My first select board meeting from NRPC.
You passed.
Great, thank you. And certainly through the process, you know, Mike is gonna be taking some leadership on writing this grant also. So you'll have good kind of updates here in the building. And certainly as we move through, if there's anything, we'll keep you posted.
Okay.
You don't know where to find me.
Yeah, we do. We
And
do.
he's doing that with NRPC time, not with his.
Yes,
his town time.
yeah, that's, you
Sorry, you already said that.
I did.
mentioned that in the last meeting.
Yeah,
He
probably.
mentioned that in the last meeting, so that's fine.
Great.
Yeah, thank you very much,
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
This might Michelle.
Where's that
Too bad, was it?
local? Little emergency, which is that, is that one? I took this off the top.
This is Fairfields Port. That's here. That's our extension. We just gotta ask for. I'm trying to figure out how many days I can extend it, if I give you 30 or 60.
Do we normally do one, or,
No, Kermit's
or
very,
because,
very ill and we are getting help from Ted.
okay, so this is to have Ted build a cover and make sure that we can,
No, this is so that we can extend our appraisals and all of the grievances and everything, because we haven't, we're
Gotcha.
not up to date yet.
we need a motion for this?
It just needs approval, but you can do a motion.
Right, can I get a motion to extend the grand list extension request, basically because our lister is not available for service? And make sure we can still operate as a town.
Let's get started for 2023.
I'll make that motion, and do you think we should also look for somebody else to start as a full-time?
Okay.
And we got those numbers, all its first finishes. You good?
Yep. Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Didn't we get some numbers from Nemrick to be able to do that?
And we did, but I don't know where they are, unless they're in there, in that pile.
Okay.
But I'll,
Would it be
Would have
worthwhile
to.
to reach out and get some new numbers?
Oh, I think they're only a month or two old, right?
Right.
They're only this spring, I think they're, something that, do you want me to sign this or do you want me to let Steve sign it?
no, you can sign it.
Today's, this day.
Eighth.
Eighth.
Did you want to, should wait for Steve to sign this, or?
I know his, I can just type his name in, it's fine.
Okay.
Oh, so that's emergency management. Okay. Seth, what do you got for us?
Oh,
Oh,
well, this a lot.
little this, little that, okay.
Big green up day today. Fill up a 40-yard dumpster and 200 tires.
200 tires.
Fill up both big trucks full.
Were there major culprits in certain spots?
Yeah,
or-
they dumping, like a 1-ton truck or something on Sheldon Road in Rice Hill. Other than that, a lot of them have been collected over the course of the year. And then there was the average trash. We have an appointment tomorrow to bring them down to Georgia facility, solid waste district. The first 100 is free for every town, and then after that you pay $5 locally. Yeah.
100 for every month or 100 free?
That's why I asked them.
No, not that case.
No,
No.
yeah, 100 a year.
Anything salvageable that we could sell or
We picked through them, not much.
not much?
I suppose if you're down Burlington closer, they come out of people's garages and stuff, and it's quite decent.
Yeah.
We started our summer schedule the 1st of May, last week, 4 days. So it seems like we're getting quite a bit more done. I graded last week, a few days. It kind of got a little dusty that last day, and Jim spread some chloride today on Moyer Road.
Can tell that it's common, they need some.
The rest of it packed in good. All the roads are decent for a while. What else have we been doing? Yeah, we spread gravel a few days last week.
Plows all put away and cleaned
Yeah.
up and.
They need to be painted, but we'll get to that sometime soon.
Good.
I usually have to get to it before now, but I picked up all the painting supplies. I was hoping Brady would come a few more times here and there, but it shouldn't take long. We get a few nice days, we can all tackle it apparently now.
Yeah. Has Leach's set any of their prices for this year yet?
They were gonna, on gravel prices, 50 cents higher. And you gotta go to Berkshire. We're probably almost done spreading gravel from here on out, it'll be too dusty. But everything's in pretty good shape. We covered up a lot of rocks and all the bad spots. We spread like, I'd say it was like around 180 loads. And then we put like 30 loads just on Moyer Road in two different stages. But yeah, they figured out pretty good. I think Jim cleaning out the culverts when you could see, before the grass started growing, it's like now they kind of be a little bit, while the water was actually running through them, you can kind of see he cleaned the grass out of it and the silt out of each end. They're plugged up like half full, even some of the new ones from Cataldo, like I went in there for a few years, they were up there like 3/4 full of silt. Just because it doesn't get the flow or something, or all the runoff from the landscaping.
Has Brady been working out as far as like, is he still coming in after school every day?
And
Trying-
2 days a week.
2 days a week?
Yeah. He moved around here one day, and then last week was just 1 day or 2 days. I can't remember. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah, we'll see when we sign payroll like that.
I have a few quotes for paving here. Check them out. I don't know why they did this, but we ran all the Sweet Hollow Road, and I told them what we had for budget, and for whatever reason they went over there. And Mike's never been it. It doesn't really matter. It's all by the ton, and so we'll just have to cut it short, or do a section, or thin it out as much as you can on the good spots.
You got 3 or 2?
I got 2. My person never got back to me, so. Pipe was cheaper this year. Wickham's was a little on the higher side, and I've heard that from a few different people.
When's their availability for the two?
Well, they said that the sooner we get this signed, and the sooner, but they were thinking like first part of August.
For both of them or just for Mike?
Well, yeah, because Wickham said they had a ton of work, they had like some big jobs, 30 ton, or 30 down south, so. This is our, quote for, it went up from 98 cents last year to $1.11 this year. Pike wanted to put a 1.25 inch shim down, which is probably a better plan, and Wickham's was an inch shim. But it all depends what you want to do in the deep wheel tracks. You're gonna need more than that anyway.
Yeah. Because what do we have budgeted?
Oh, what, 210?
210?
Yeah, and those guys emailed that back to me like a week later, and I don't know why they did it like that, but obviously I'll have to make sure they know ahead of time to cut it short. Sweet Hollow Road's like 200 feet shy of 2 miles. It's a long road. I didn't realize it was that long. And finish the rest of Rice Hill.
And
Obviously
can we do
there's,
Shawville where we dug it up?
yeah, we're planning on doing that.
But that's not, Shawville's not gonna come out of this, that's something different, right?
I don't know, I'm just asking because I get complaints about it.
No, but I'm just saying, like, that should come out of something different, and we probably should be able to get that done beforehand, because if it's something different, we should be able to get.
Well, I was thinking we'll just saw cut it off straight, and go down ourselves and put a bottom base layer in there and let it settle for a little while, and then have someone top it with a roller. Because it's such a far span, that'll never be right if we try doing it with a tamper. But when they come off of Rice, all depends what our job looks like. When they come off of Rice Hill, they said they could go across there, because they were thinking about just dragging the paver over.
Sure, you can do the firehouse, don't we?
Yeah, that's why it's on the list, Rick. Yeah, I reminded him about that.
Okay.
I mean, even that stretch of Shawville right by the Catholic church there is pretty beat up. We put a lot of coal patch in there just this year. I know doesn't get a ton of traffic anymore, but in Mill Hill, you know. Like High Street even hasn't been paid for eons.
And Wickham is not until August, you said, right? Both of them are?
Yeah, pretty much. They're not going to be early birds this year by any means. Pike said they don't have much state work, so we could get a shot. He said the earlier we get that back to them, the better we would be.
But really, it's gonna be still not guaranteeing us when it's gonna happen though. But is Wickham said they're definitely August, they're not gonna bump us back to like September or October or anything like that, right?
I don't think so. You know, they just had a few big jobs down southern Vermont. They wouldn't be. I heard Richard call them and they said, no, I'm not going up there this year. They've been reasonable the last few years. Like last year they gave us in 22, if we got paving done before June, if you know June, they gave us 21's price, which is a pretty good rake off. But they're making up for it this year apparently.
Because they're 246 and change, and they're 220, what's that one, 220? So we're talking $20,000.
I was going 22 and a half feet too, rather than the 22 feet on the.
Yeah. Maybe not as deep either, but again,
Yeah, one of them pipe was, inch and a quarter shim. Wickham was only 1 inch.
in some spots in Sweet Hollow, you're gonna be able to stretch it, in other spots it's, you know, chew through some tonnage quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the other thing, we have to start at the beginning of Sweet Hollow, or do we start at the dip, you know, that stretch that's near,
Right.
across, you know, the first little bit,
Yeah.
that eighth of a mile, do we need that, or that's not really broken up? Right, it's after the
No,
dip, it's
yeah.
after the dip,
Yeah.
or what we
Right.
call, what we all call the dip.
Right.
So that could gain us some,
Right. That's about the only section that's really like, that's decent.
that's decent.
Yeah. I mean, down in the middle there is not bad either, but there's still, it's cracked up pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's cracked up, but it's at least not wheel rutted. You know, it's
Yeah.
not terrible that way, but that would help us get down the road. But is it gonna hurt us later on that we don't have that stretch done, that if we wait another 5 years, 6 years?
Yeah, I guess it's your call. It's your road.
Yeah. At one time that was really broke up and by where the first houses homers are,
Yeah,
that was really bad.
because that's when pavement longer, right?
I think it was the first part that was paved, but we dug it all out because it had such a sag.
So what's your flavor, boys? What you thinking?
Do we want to wait for the rest of the
We
board?
we can wait till the rest of the board too, I'm fine with that too. Yeah,
Because when we paved Sweet Hollow the first time, we did that in 2 sections.
yeah,
I don't know if there's one section we might want to dig out, get a base put in, patch it, let it sit for, and then top it next year maybe.
Yep. I'm fine with tabling this till 2 weeks from now. You all right with that, Rick?
Yeah. That might free up some extra pavement to go on Shopville, Mill Hill.
But I would see about that over on getting that done separately outside of our paving, because that's a whole nother ball of wax project over there. Shopville,
Yeah.
you know,
Can that be in that grant? Because I haven't finished that grant
It
because
could, but it
I'm
wasn't.
waiting for my price.
I would see if you could get that done
Yeah.
by some, you know, even if it's not these guys, if it's,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Premier, if it's, you know, whoever, to come and get that section done, so that way that's cleaned up over there, and
Yeah.
that's something different. That's not, it's not our fault that that happened over there, so, even though some people are saying it is, it's not, so.
Because that grant's not finished.
Right, but that grant wasn't only for that.
The beavers
that
were
was
there.
Yeah.
But it was because the culverts was, right? So,
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It should be covered in the grant.
yeah.
So, yeah, I would like to say that, try to get that separate so we can put that in with that grant, so that way that's going on with
So I'm
that,
still
not,
waiting on the price for the pipe,
Okay.
for the invoice.
Sounds
I haven't
good.
delivered it yet.
they still haven't.
Did you want to do something about the, I don't think last year I got some quotes for the basketball and tennis court at the school.
Yeah,
Want to pursue that, or?
yeah, probably do that with, when, you know, it's gonna be something smaller, probably to do, see if, it won't be the same price, but see if they can do that, and then at the same time do,
In the fire station as well?
is it your whole driveway? What do you want over there? What are you looking for? What do
A
you,
couple different things, I mean, the driveway is dropping from the, you know, from the trucks coming off, there's over a 2-inch gap, or a 2-inch drop. So that's something down quite a bit, it is breaking up, but in the back, we wanted to extend it a little bit, or widen it and extend it, because if you have 2 cars parked on a narrow part, you know, like back to back would be a pro, not back to back, but on the back side and the front side, backing up, it's just so narrow.
Yeah, where the white crush, the strip of white crush going is, it's like, what, 6 8 feet or something?
I
10
don't
feet?
think it's that, well, probably all the way around it would be
Yeah.
6 feet. 8 feet.
I mean, guess haven't given us a menu selection, you know,
Right,
Shawville Road is this,
this is that.
this is that, this is that, this is that.
Okay,
You can pick from,
And
yeah.
if we do A, B, and C,
yeah,
we can just add them together.
yeah,
And
okay,
if we only do B,
yeah,
then it's B, you know, but that's what I would, that way we can
yeah,
menu slice, and if you have it for the next meeting, that way we can
Put it all together.
put it all, you know, this will be separate, but do those and then look at where we are budget-wise that we can use to steal and,
Is it tennis court too?
I think it's the basketball court at the,
School.
school, the basketball court down here, and
oh, okay, well, oof. I don't know, how you gonna get a paver in there?
We have to move the fence, they'll have to take the fence down here.
and they'll probably have to do a lot of it by
And they'll
hand.
probably have to do that down at the school too.
Are we
Yeah,
gonna wait on this one down here for this?
Oh, that's right, this one we're gonna wait for that grant.
Well, we're gonna see what we get, yep.
Definitely the school, definitely the school, definitely the fire station, and definitely
Is that
Shell.
tennis court too at the school or just the basketball?
yeah, tennis court. Fenced in.
But again, do it separate, you know, if we just wanna do the basketball court,
Yeah.
not the tennis court, just,
Okay,
you know, that way it's
yeah,
not all, if you wanna do just the basketball,
Yeah.
do just the basketball, if you wanna do just
yeah.
tennis, we can do tennis.
Yep,
Or if we wanna do it all, we can look at it.
okay,
And then look at, down at Rick's, and we'll go from there, and then this will wait on, with that down there, to see if we can do that, yes.
I don't think the basketball court was gonna be considered in that grant.
Hmm.
I think they're doing the parking. Cause I asked about that, if that could be included, and she said, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if we have enough budgeted to do that as well. I think we only have for over there.
Because now they're using our court down there for pickleball, and they wanted to extend it. So they could get 2 courts and,
They asked if we could core some holes too for their posts to go in.
but it's getting used.
They have quite a crowd.
They do,
Are you a pickleballer yet?
I am not.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, it looks like fun.
Everyone that does it says they like it. I haven't done it yet, so. Okay, anything else? No?
not that I can think of.
Do you wanna wait till the end and then we can chat? Is that
Yeah,
good?
I can, yeah.
That work for you? Okay. That work for you? That work for you?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so we'll table those till later on. What's this from our,
That's the audit. It's not on there, just got
yeah,
it.
it's not on there, okay,
I just got it today.
okay,
It's just for you guys to review. But
okay. Sounds like something you could do over.
Certainly.
Actually, first, you wanna speak about this? What's this? Northland Tools, Fire Department.
Did you ask for it? Do you order from Northern Tools?
I did, we used to have an account, they just closed their account, we don't use it very often anymore.
Because they were asking us for information on the account, and we're like, do we even use it?
So do you wanna keep it open, or do you wanna?
We don't need to unless we owe money for something that I'm
No,
not
we
aware
don't.
of. No, we don't need to keep it open, we don't need it.
That's easy. Alright. Fleet permits, sign away.
Oh, Jessica called about Crow Hill. We don't have a date, start date on that.
No, Hubert, give us
Future date.
anything? Did they talk to Hubert?
They gave him prices, I think.
Did Robert say anything about
I think did he
availability?
say he was coming to the next meeting
I believe so.
when you guys talked to him? I have that in your minutes, but he was gonna bring the
I don't
plans.
recall that.
Because we weren't even sure if we could get the pipe and have a
Right.
contractor here to do that.
Right, they're supposed to look into seeing if we could do that,
Or the permits
Right.
to go through.
Bring plans to the board to the board meeting on May 22nd. He'll have a timeline to, board college engineer with a timeline to start the project, engineer will bring plans to the board meeting on May 22nd. So that's what he said. So it'll be at the May 22nd meeting.
That's what I said, I thought. I think she's planning on coming to that
Okay.
meeting.
So. What do we got over here with these exciting things?
One is,
Sheldon Library, information.
yeah. I think the guy that did our masonry, J&L, is it?
Yeah,
He did the masonry here on the building. He was taking pictures and there's a couple spots he said needs to be touched up, but I guess I could give him a call and find out.
Alright, Saturday there were a few. Backward. So there's, I came when I arrived today, Saturday, there were a few, the fellow picture taken of the building. He said he'd done the masonry back in 2012, so he was taking pictures for his portfolio. However, he wanted to bring it to our attention that there was some facade, now that I can't remember exactly, not a crack in the foundation, but I thought it usually where his foundation somewhere in or a crack. I'm sorry I didn't get the proper detail. It seemed he wanted to leave or not want to wait for me to unlock the building. He was able to write it down, and I had a bunch hectic. It's been hectic with you not around the building needs. So should we reach out to Jay Lawrence to see what he's talking about, or just walk around, or just bring it to our attention?
She's bringing it to my attention, but I don't,
Okay.
maybe you guys want to take a look at the building,
Okay.
see if it does need
We'll
something.
take a walk around. So this is about throwing up the road on, yeah, the Riley Road.
Yep.
So this is from Fairfield Administrator. Hi Jim, the select board, this is from them. Select board meets on Monday. May come back around, discussion we started in the fall. I wanted me to ask you what the merits are for municipalities keeping versus throwing up class R roads. Please see the highlighted sections attached in the meeting minutes regarding Riley Road. This road is not maintained by the town, and last year it has been misused by ATV riders. What is your opinion on the issue? And this is from their attorney,
Which is our
attorney, okay? When it comes to municipality discontinuing a town road, the landowners whose properties are formally served by the road continue to enjoy a private right-of-way, along with some rural route under 19 VSA 717C. Also, the Vermont State Supreme Court has held that when a public highway is discontinued, landowners with frontage on the former public road retain a continued right to use right-of-way. And then at site Okemo Mountain, when a town highway is discontinued, property owners' private right of access is retained, but the municipality gives up the public right to travel over the right-of-way in the municipality substantially relieves itself of legal obligations that come with the right-of-way. Those legal obligations are primarily related to maintaining the right-of-way and associated maintenance and expenses. But also the responsibility to deal with various issues and conflicts that arise when the public and adjoining landowners use or misuse the town highway, speeding, causing damage to highway, blocking the right-of-way, littering, unauthorized ATV use, and neighboring disputes over the road, damage to private property, etc. The property users serve the road and may support or oppose discontinuing despite on what they stand to gain or don't know what else is the one. Missing something. That's Jim. So this is back to that. So what do you have on rather?
I was gonna inquire about that,
Get some.
to see if we should have a meeting with Fairfield to see what they're up to, or if we just wanna have a lawyer talking between us.
So has Fairfield said anything more to us, or they just sent us to this to let us know that they had heard back from? Had they said what they're doing over there? Yeah, I'm fine with me sitting back down with them again to see what they're doing, and maybe having the lawyer join us or talk to us.
I've heard more garbage issues up on, so that's one of the driving factors again.
Have you heard anything up there?
No, nothing.
We need a
How many houses are there in Sheldon on that section?
four.
Yeah, that's what,
Four or
one, two,
three? Two.
three.
The other one comes off Cattell, doesn't it?
Mm,
The new house comes on Cattell Road.
yeah, that's the fourth one, I believe, right?
No, and then you got the other two, Josh and Jody's house, so we're on that road.
They took the trailer out. So
The trailer's out, the only one that has other is Mark and Donna. They have land that comes out onto that road.
So if someone wants to shut it down, or the town, or town trail or whatever?
So last summer, there was three different landowners that came to us about throwing the road over and not having a town road anymore, because they're having excessive ATV vehicles driving through there,
box trucks.
box trucks getting stuck.
That's a GPS, I mean.
But that's a GPS thing, but anyways, I mean,
And
I've
that still
never,
might happen, even if we throw the road up, it still could happen.
It's still
Tractor trail at the end of my road.
Yeah,
Yeah, your road says it goes through a Sweet Hollow.
I know.
If you look at Google Maps.
it's a heck of a ride for them to get there though.
Yeah.
So they asked us about throwing it up, but we can't throw it up because it's connected to Fairfield, so it has to be a joint. So we had a meeting with them last September, October, and just kind of discussed what it would look like and if they would be entertaining, and the legality parts of it or things like that. So, and then we kind of left it at that because it was just before snow was gonna fly.
Yeah.
So a lot of the issues and problems and that were gonna be a part of it were maybe gonna be quiet until now.
Till spring, yeah.
Obviously, it didn't stop, so we're back to, yeah, if they want to meet again and discuss and see what they're thinking, I'm fine with that. Obviously not the next meeting because we're going to meet with but maybe the meeting after, possibly go there first for like I think they start at 6:30 anyways, don't they? They start earlier.
7 maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe we can start there first and then come here. Something like that. So that'd be like June.
So is the town maintaining portion of,
No. We never have.
What is it, a class 4?
It comes out in Fairfield on Duffy Hill.
Maybe the 12th. Sorry. Yeah. Obviously, we'll wait till the other boardrooms are here too, just to make sure that everyone wants to, but yeah. So it's a class 4, so we're obligated to, no, it's class 4 is part of it, and then it's trail, rest of it, right?
Fairfield's a trail? We're a class 4, I don't know what Fairfield is.
Is it class 4 all the way? I
I
think,
think so.
so it's class 4 all the way, so we have to,
Maintain it one season out of the year.
Make it passable.
And it doesn't sound like that.
Which our section is, it's all weight crushed stone driveway, pretty much until you get to the Fairfield line, and then turns it back the other way. Our side's where
The
decent.
landowners maintain it very well.
Yeah,
because our landowners use it for sugaring and other things
Right.
out there.
Well, maintaining it could mean just plowing it too. If
Yeah.
it's plowed by the time.
Yeah.
Maintaining is not plowing, maintaining is just to make it passable.
Well-
Like we would grade it in the spring and fall maybe.
We might want to look back at what we did with the Dart Road a few years, well, several years ago. Got thrown back to the landowners. And I believe the lawyer said, well, speculation, the lawyer said it had to be maintained at least one season out of the year, and maintaining could be plowing at that time.
yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, you have to let the town on it, but that's usually what the town does and maintains it spring and fall.
right.
So it doesn't sound like, I mean, in Fairfield's end is not
Maintained.
maintained
So, yeah.
at all. So,
Yeah, all the other class 4 roads, we usually give them a load of gravel in the spring and hit it with a grader once. If need be, but there's a little different story.
okay. Alright, so we'll talk with them, we'll bring it back up to the next meeting, and then we'll see if we can go there on the 12th of June. Yeah, get that off your list. What's this, Kim?
That is, Tom Oliver sent me that, that's ARPA funds that the state has available to municipalities.
Okay.
The meeting is next Monday, 9 o'clock.
In Richmond.
In Richmond?
I will not be able to go, so I was gonna go, I thought it was today. But I have payroll next week and I will not be able to go.
And that's both these things there, both books. This is what he sent us in that email, correct?
Is that from Rick? No, that's the other, is grants available
Grant's available right now.
for signage and that one I did send, the other one, the meeting in Richford I did send to you guys. But
Yes.
that one I just got today, it's for signage,
Applicants are due.
paving, marking and
Yeah, I saw that.
Have you looked at these stuff? Or just quickly?
Yeah, just quickly today. It's something new just came out this year, right?
yeah, I've never seen something new.
Is there,
But it looks like there's some things we could take advantage of.
Yeah, that land striping.
Signs
Yeah,
and
land
striping
striping, yeah.
and
What was the roadway that you guys cleared to a catch basin for Hubert? Jim had it written down, you guys did it on Monday.
Oh, right in back of the mill trailers on the mill hill there. We cut a few small little hours out and put in a little bit of stone and distance so we could back that the snake trailer in there.
Oh.
That was it plugged up again for like the third time this year.
So you can get back there with the trailer?
Yeah, you can get back, you can drive a Cadillac back there now.
alright. read the meeting minutes for Select Board Commissioner Water meeting on April 24th at 7 p.m. Town Clerk's Office, Town Office. Sheldon Town President, Stephen Dodd, Southern River, David Fluid, Nick Norris, Rick Gathering, Jim Childs, Brady Farrar, Zoning Administrator Mike Johnston, Greta Burnswick, NRPC representative. We had an executive session to meet with the road crew, Jim Childs and Brady Farrar. At 7:30, Stephen opened the meeting and read the agenda. NRPC introduced and contracted for a drafting of adopting the town plan. David Blewett made a motion to accept, seconded by Seth, all in favor. NRPC provided an update on the rail trail feasibility study and sidewalk to the school, to the rail trail, and also met with the Jolly Store Manager regarding the sidewalk project. Andrew Crane and the Sheldon Historical Society updated the board on the Burnsworth revitalization grant, and the Historical Society was awarded $50,000. Wasn't official though. So it's like, we're hoping to award that, so I'm just gonna write that note.
I don't know, I weren't here.
No, I know.
I'm just writing from the minutes I got.
Have to vote next to that.
Yep, we will. The board discussed Otter Creek engineering and the permitting for Crow Hill waterline upgrades. The board called the engineer with questions on bids, timeline for project start. Engineer will bring plans to the board meeting on May 22nd. Southern River made a motion to accept Otter Creek proposal, seconded by Rick Anthony, all in favor. The board reviewed Champlain Door quote for town garage. Seth made a motion to accept the bid, seconded by David Fluid. Sign the warrants, 2315 and 2316, fleet permits, and approve liquor license for, is that supposed to be Abby?
It's Yaba,
Yaba?
that's what they go for,
That's what they go by. Huh,
but it's Abby.
okay. Alright, yeah. Stephen read the meeting minutes for April 10th. David motioned to accept as read, seconded by Rick, all in favor. The board discussed flashing lights, stop signs, and board's decision the fund will be better allocated to enforcements or other deterrents. Board discussed plow package for new highway trucks. Seth Hungerford will follow up on modifications for dual auger. Nick made a motion to accept Iroquois plow package as listed, seconded by Rick, and all in favor. 8:50, Rick Piazzi motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel, seconded by Nick, all in favor. 9:30, exited executive session. Interview to be scheduled with road crew applicant on May 1st. Also meeting with road foreman, meeting adjourned at 9:30. Can I take a motion for these minutes?
I'll make a motion to accept them as read.
That's okay.
Oops, wrong spot. No, I'm starting to Steve's name today. So I have some quotes for lawn mowing for the rec department, the Borough Little League, and Sheldon Fire Department. So I have 4 quotes here, for a bid on Sheldon mowing. One Dale Hunt, I would like to put a bid in for the following, May to October 2023. The money would be paid in 6 monthly payments. Ball fields, 18 mowings at $150, 2,700. Sheldon Creek basketball area, 18 mowings at $40 for $720. Fire department mowing at $125 for $2250, and total amount is $5,670. And I have a $1 million coverage. And then this one's from JR Landscape, Paul Roy, or Waugh, depending on how you say his name. Paul Roy. I just like to throw the Waugh in there, you know, it's that hockey player in me, you know. Sheldon Gizmo Park, weekly $70, $280. Borgo baseball fields, $140 weekly, and $560 for that. Sheldon Fire Department, $70 for $280, and his total is $1,120. And then I have Papa's Lawn Care and Landscaping, and Gizmo is $1,300 annually with a spring and fall cleanup of $200. Borgo Ballpark mowing of $2,640. Spring and fall cleanup of $350. Sheldon Fire Department $880, and fall and spring cleanup of $150 for $5,570. Mowing includes weed whacking, mowing, edging, cleaning, sidewalks, and services of driveways, of any clippings, cleanups after leaves, sticks, dead grass removal. And they have and then I have one from Duveen Grass, Rec Department, $1,600. Borgo Little League is $32.50, and Sheldon Fire Department is $1,000, and theirs is $5,850 for their total. Mowing once a week or as needed with weed whacking. So, those are 18 weeks.
I would say, you take 3 months, it'd be 12.
You say 3, it's October. That goes to 18. So, what are we thinking? Are we gonna go with the lowest? Because the lowest is a lot lower.
I don't know. I'm gonna step down from it anyway, because I have a family member in there, so I shouldn't go on it.
So what? Table.
What's that?
We're gonna have to table with them,
Yeah.
but we open. Yep. So you're stating yourself? Okay. So we'll table it till next meeting, or we can reconvene as a board.
Who owns it in the meantime? Who's been mowing it this summer?
Jackson.
Jackson doing it.
So say it's already middle of May.
Mhm.
And I think as long as he keeps mowing it, I'm sure we can,
Mhm. Compensate them.
yeah.
Mhm. Yep. So, okay, we will table those until we can reconvene as a group, because obviously we can't just vote the 2 of us.
Liability, I mean, was there a requirement for insurance?
No,
Okay.
I don't think, did,
Yes.
there was,
Okay, so does that eliminate any, or, I mean, if you got 3,
You know Jack does, because he's done it before. They
just curious, I mean, if you had three quotes and 2 of them didn't meet the requirements, then I guess not much of a choice.
The tax ID doesn't say about their,
Was it supposed to? What
did it say it
That
need?
was in there. It's still there. But I know Ally has it, and she said she could get it.
I didn't see it written in there. I did read it in the courier. I didn't pay that close attention.
I want to say there was something about insurance, so that's why.
I mean, I'm sure we can ask him too. I mean, he stated it.
Right.
This one, but again, we can't,
Right.
if David is saying himself, so. Yeah, they're not showing it. Is there anything else that I'm missing? I forgot. No? I'm good on my list.
You signed, did we sign the extension? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. I'll take a motion to go into executive, meet with Seth, and adjourn the meeting when it's over.
Make the motion.